Hi, good evening. I'm at home this evening, and I just wanted to record a brief video for those of you in English 070, and I even know people that are in college writing would benefit from hearing this. If you have your Westmoreland County Community College Catalog and Student Handbook, I wanted to highlight a couple of sections for you to be aware of. I'm looking on page 21, and this is in the 2009 10 edition, but it would be fairly similar for the 2010 11. It talks about attendance. Now, something to remember with attendance at WCCC, there is no attendance policy per se, but what you can do is you can do in-class work and in-class assignments. What you can't do is just assign points for attendance, because if you do that, there is no work generated. Give something to have students, speak up. If you say, for example, if you speak up so many different times, or if you engage in the conversation of the class, and then you get those points, or if you write something, especially in the writing classes we do, collect something, each class, or have students do something, even if you use the My Writing Lab, or if you do some brief grammar or punctuation exercises or whatever, but collect a sample of something. But that's what I would encourage you to do as far as with attendance. And so they also give some other suggestions there at the beginning. The thing that I also wanted to do, and I get this question quite often, so I thought I would really answer tonight. There's at the very back, there's a section on student services and resources, but the section that I really wanted to talk about starts on page 220 under students' rights and responsibilities, okay? And they go through the code of student conduct, and if students don't follow that, what are some repercussions from that? The main one that I wanted to point out to you is in this one on page 221 on how you deal with disruptive student behavior. And there's a series of progressive steps to follow, okay? And please read through those so you are aware of how to deal with those. What happens, though, if you're having a problem student who you can't really resolve the situation? Like I said, speak to that student. You can email them, or if you need to, phone them. But essentially, the next step would be to contact your dean. And, in this case, it would be Dr. Barnett. If he's not available, let Sarah or Joe know that you need to make an appointment or speak to him and basically convey what the problem is. And then after he looks at it, then of course Diane Hightower, if she needs to get involved, then she will. And then if necessary, she will have the student come in and handle the situation. But I just wanted to make you aware, though, that there's a progressive way of handling these types of issues, and the sooner that you deal with them, the better off you are with them. The last key point that I really wanted to get into is academic dishonesty, which is in this one is on page 225. They get into academic dishonesty in any form will not be tolerated, and so they list cheating, fabrication, facilitated academic dishonesty, and plagiarism, okay? And it's becoming more and more common these days, and of course there's some students that do it knowingly, and some don't realize that they are plagiarizing or cheating. But I wanted to read you the section on penalties. Any infraction could result in one of the following: grade of F on the assignment examination in question, completion of an alternative assignment, or a grade of F for the course. Multiple infractions, whether within the same course or a combination of courses, will be grounds for suspension and or dismissal from the college. This is how I handle it. I just give an F on the assignment. So if it's on the research paper, then especially if it's the end of the semester, I just give the F on the paper. And then if the student did okay in other parts of the course and they get a D or a C or whatever grade they get, I give them that grade. But I just think that's the fair way to handle it. So it's probably not, it's a little bit more difficult just to fail the student for submitting one assignment that was plagiarized. Just like I said, just deal with it individually. And then what you do have to do is let Dr. Barnett know, and then you have to fill out a form, which also be held in Dr. Rush's office if the student gets involved in it again. So it's better, like I said, to document those types of things, but it's better just basically to focus on that one assignment. You do have the option, if you like, to have them do an alternate assignment or just redo the assignment to teach them as far as how to handle it better. So those are some options that you have. But as I always said, take a look at this student college or the college catalog and student handbook, and you'll find that useful. And then also too, there's contact information in the back, but there's also a listing of all the different personnel at WCCC, who they are, their telephone number. And so if you need to get in touch with anybody from the administration or somebody else at the college, obviously feel free to call them, because they will help you in any way they can. So hopefully this information was useful. Thank you.